What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great day. We're going to be talking about CBD oil for stress and anxiety. In particular, we're talking about Regenify today. Regenify! Awesome brand, awesome packaging, beautiful colors there. They were generous, okay? They sent me 2 of their popular CBD oils, the full spectrum and the, Life Renewed. So these 2 are right here. I'm going to be doing a full demonstration review over those as well because there is a right and wrong way to use CBD oil. Believe it or not, some of you are not using it the right way. The first time I've ever tried a topical, I can now say, was with Regenify, and I was not disappointed by any means. I also use this for my son. He has eczema. I'll tell you the results of that in a little bit. Pretty mind-blowing. So, awesome healing balm there. And of course, they sent me some tasty gummies. Oh, and I have a confession to make about these, so stick around for that. It's a good confession, though. Good confession. Their information is going to be down in the description in the first pinned comment. Their website's going to be there. But make sure that you use the promo code TREY19. It's capital T-R-E-Y 19. It'll save you some cash whenever you check out. That's what it's all about. So make sure you use that promo code and don't forget, okay? You want to save some money, because sometimes this stuff can be a little pricey, so just be aware of that. So first, before I get into the full review of this amazing company, Regenify, I do want to talk a little bit about CBD. So what is CBD? CBD is a cannabis oil, which is a cannabinoid found in hemp plants, cannabis plants. There is hemp oil as well, which is going to be 0.1% THC or lower, which is a very low, minute amount, or no THC at all. That's extracted from the seeds. Now, CBD oil is extracted from the flowers, the stalks, and the leaves of hemp plants. So they can have higher amounts of THC. Now, for it to be legal in the United States, obviously it needs to be 0.3% or lower. So make sure when you go through a company online or you look up reviews, make sure they state somewhere how much THC is in the product, because you want to save your butt, look out for your behind, and you want to stay legal. So make sure you do that. This CBD is still in its infancy, pretty much around the entire world. Okay, so there's still a lot of unregulated activity going on, so just make sure you know what you're getting. And I only review companies and talk about CBD products that are legal. You don't have to worry about that with Regenify. They got you covered on that. And something else that makes Regenify special, don't want to get too off topic right immediately, but they do have a product right here. The Life Renewed is the one that has 0 THC. And then the full spectrum has the 0.3% THC or less. So they have you covered on both ends. If you don't want the THC, they got you. If you want the THC, they got you. So that's good. So what are the benefits of CBD oil? If I told you every single benefit, guys, I'd be here all day. But I'm going to tell you some of the biggest ones. Obviously, it helps with anxiety, stress, and depression, which is amazing. I know you saw the title of this video. You probably were intrigued because I have a huge audience that deal with these health issues and mental issues. This is going to help you out a lot, manage your symptoms. Full disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, but I will say this. I don't believe that products like this are a cure for anxiety. I have to be real with you. I have to, do things that are in your best interest. This can help you manage anxiety and help with symptoms. This stuff wasn't around whenever I had anxiety and I was going through panic disorder, depression, social anxiety, health anxiety. I had horrible physical symptoms. If I could have just had something to help me with those nightmarish and freakish symptoms, just to help me manage them, maybe I could have gotten the ball moving a lot quicker. Maybe my recovery time would have been much, much shorter. So look at this as something to help you manage stress and anxiety versus cure it. You still need to figure out what your root cause is. It takes a lot of mental work also. It isn't just going to be cured by taking a dietary supplement, which is what this is. So make sure that you understand that. Also, it can help with acute or chronic pain management. Anxiety caused a lot of pain for me. A lot of back pain, a lot of headaches, a lot of IBS, a lot of muscle tension, which I believe is responsible for most, if not like 80 or 90% of our physical anxiety symptoms. I believe muscle tension is the culprit of many of those. It also can help with sleep disorders. Many of you out there with stress and anxiety are dealing with insomnia, something that I dealt with. I lost so much money. I lost a ton of sleep. I lost relationships. I lost a lot of jobs from not getting enough sleep. And it only made my anxiety much, much worse. I would often go 2 or 3 days at a time. Now, something that I can say about CBD oil is that when I first started using CBD products about 6 or 7 months ago, the biggest change that I initially saw was me getting better quality sleep at night, especially when I took it right before bed. Or actually, you want to take it, depending on the how fast acting the product is, anywhere from 30 minutes to about an hour, hour and a half before bed. And I got much, much better sleep, and I'm pleased about that. That's still something that I can use even though I don't deal with anxiety disorder anymore. So that helped me tremendously. So sleep disorders, it can help. There have been huge breakthroughs with people with epilepsy. So if you know anybody that's going through epilepsy, do them a favor, pick them up a bottle of, you can start with Regenify because they're an amazing company. But there are many companies out there that you can choose from. Just figure out what's best for you. Be kind and send them a bottle of it and see if it works. Because there have been huge improvements in people that have been dealing with epilepsy. And that's a crippling disorder. So make sure, if you know anybody, do them a favor. It's worth the try, okay? It could change their life. It's also good for your heart and your immune system. We all could use an immune system boost. So here's another thing. This is legal because it's 0.3% or lower. That can be sold in the United States, in all 50 states. All right, so make sure that you understand that. So now I want to talk a little bit about Regenify, because there's some things that sets this company apart. They take pride in quality hemp plants. Obviously, you want your hemp plants to be quality, so your CBD oil will be quality. And they maintain that level of quality by growing in Colorado, one of the best sites in the United States to grow because of the Rocky Mountains, the fertile soils that are fertilized with the streams and the fresh snowfall. Colorado is amazing. There's a lot of hemp plant action going on up there right now. It's 100% organic, which is awesome. Organically grown, non-GMO, no pesticides, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's also a proprietary strain, so it has more cannabinoids than other products, especially CBD. There's a lot of other cannabinoids out there aside from CBD that have benefits, but CBD has the most. This is going to make Regenify more potent than a lot of other brands, but still will not give you a high effect. So if you're paranoid about that, guys, any psychoactive effects, you don't have to worry about that with Regenify. Also, their website is amazing. Like I said, their branding is amazing. Their products are beautiful. I love the light green color that they used. So yeah, they have that. So that's a little bit about Regenify. Now, the big news. We're going to do an actual review over these products. I'm going to tell you a little about them in my experience. So we're going to start out with the Life Renewed. This is the non-THC CBD oil. So if you're paranoid about anything, whether that just be having trace amounts of THC in your system, you might have this paranoia about failing a drug test, or you have a paranoia of any type of psychoactive effects at all, or any type of high, they got you covered with this. Absolutely 0% THC. So that's amazing. This is the 500 milligram bottle, but they also have 1,000, 2,000, and actually 3,500 milligram bottle. The highest bottle I've ever seen was 3,000 milligrams, and that's what I've been taking lately because I've realized that dosage is good for me. It helps take the edge off during the day, and it helps me sleep even better. As far as dosages go, you always want to start low. So if I was going to recommend anything at all, I would say start with a lower dosage and try that out. If you feel like you need to up your dosage, you can always test it out by taking a couple extra, dropperfuls of this during the day. Make sure that you're calculating how many milligrams that is. And then the next time around, buy you a more potent bottle, because then they have the 1,000 milligrams, which will be twice as much as this, then 2,000, then 3,500 milligrams. So that's very, very cool that they offer a huge choice. Now, right here, this is going to be 30 milliliters, which is 1 ounce. So make sure that you know that. Now, it has 99% CBD isolate, and they use organic MCT oil. A lot of companies like to cut corners with the MCT oil. They do not. They use organic, and they do that to cut costs. So they got you covered there. So it's GMO-free, no THC. It's grown in the good old USA, America. The serving size is 0.5 milliliters. Servings per container is 60. So that's a lot of servings. Amount per serving, 8.3 milligrams of cannabis oil. So there's 8.3 milligrams in each serving. So start out small. Just take the recommended dose. If you feel like you need to up it up, don't be afraid to do that. Some other ingredients: organic MCT oil, which I talked about earlier. Suggested use: place 1/2 dropper under your tongue twice a day. Let dissolve for 60 seconds or more, which is crucial, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So yeah, this is going to be their non-THC version. I'm going to do the demonstration on the one that I've been using, which I like, is the full spectrum. The difference between the two: obviously this has 0.3% THC or less, so it'll give you a little bit more THC, which arguably can be more effective, okay? But the main thing that you need to take away from CBD oil is the CBD. That's where all the benefits are. So some of the facts on here, most of it's the same except for the amount per serving. Cannabis oil is going to be 16.6 milligrams, so you're going to get twice as much in that. And the THC obviously is going to be 0.3% or less. So place half a dropper under your tongue twice a day. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you what this is all about. You're going to go ahead and get all of the oil out of the dropper. You're going to go down. That's half. I'm going to put this under my tongue and hold it for 60 seconds. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here for 60 seconds and hold that in because I don't want to just be weird and just stare at you for 60 seconds. So, yeah, that's the right way of doing it. Holding for 60 seconds, it'll absorb into your bloodstream much more effectively, and you can get more to your cells, and that's what we're trying to do. Don't just ingest it. Some of you have just been doing that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is their healing balm. And this stuff is amazing for so many different reasons. I'm going to tell you my experience with it in just a second. So, with the healing balm, let me get this open, show you what's inside. This is 500 milligrams, by the way. This is 1 ounce. It has a cooling effect, which is great. You want to store this in the fridge. It'll really help with that cooling effect. The cool thing about this is a little goes a long way. So you're looking at this, it doesn't look like a huge bottle, but I'll really show you how little of an amount you need to be using. That's what's cool about this healing balm. Okay, so like I said, 500 milligrams. Now listen to the things that are in this. Obviously, pure cannabis oil, which is CBD oil. They have coconut oil, beeswax, shea butter, vitamin E oil, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, menthol crystals, peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, tea tree oil, and lavender oil. Amazing right there. The lavender oil is great. It smells awesome. It's also good for stress and anxiety, so this is going to help with that as well. Also, tea tree oil, I don't know if you've ever felt that, but it gives you this tingling sensation. It feels really good. It can give you that cooling effect, and peppermint's going to help with that. I can definitely smell the peppermint in here. So the cool thing about this, it absorbs into your skin. You can use this on your face, on your skin. It'll help dry skin, other skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, things like that. So I'll show you how to use this. And when I say a little goes a long way, literally that's all you have to use out of this. And then you rub it all over your hands. And I'll rub it on my face. Oh yeah. And the tingling is not overbearing, so I'm just letting you know. And remember to store that in the fridge. Now, my son, ever since he was a baby, had terrible eczema. I'm talking about all over him. Unfortunately, I didn't take any pictures for this video, and I feel like an idiot for that because that would have been really, really cool to actually show. But we used this on him for 2 days, 2 times a day, and his cleared up 30 to 40% because he was having a major outbreak. His skin is so sensitive that if his clothes get washed with ours, he can have a huge outbreak, and that happened, unfortunately. And it's all over his legs. Cleared up 30 to 40% with just 2 days. Very exciting. The rest of this is going to be just for my son, so thank you incredibly much, Regenify. Because for us, this was a breakthrough for our son. So that meant so incredibly much that helped. All right, I'm actually trying to hold this together because I can actually start using that for my son, and that'll help him with his eczema because I feel so bad for him. He's just 3 years old and dealing with that since he was a baby. So, Healing Balm is amazing. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the CBD Gummies, and I only have one left to show you because I've been eating them like crazy. Now, the cool thing about these is that they're 50 milligrams. Most of the gummies that I've seen, actually all the ones that I've seen so far and done a review over, are 25 milligrams, so I was often having to take 2 at a time. This, you only have to take 1 to get the 50 milligrams. So these are pretty potent. Now the cool thing about this, I don't know if any of you, whenever you're younger, if you're younger now, or if you're just an adult that loves them, those trolley, I don't even know how to pronounce it, those trolley gummy worms, and then they have the rings and stuff like that, tastes exactly like that. Exactly like that. And I loved eating those gummy worms whenever I was younger. So, by far, this is the best tasting gummy that I've had thus far. Now, there are 26 calories in this, 6 grams carbs, 4 grams of sugars, They even got some protein in there, a half a gram of protein. What? 0 THC as well. Okay? 0 THC. And obviously, USA, non-GMO. That's all there. Now, there's some other products that they have, okay, that I didn't get a sample of. They have CBD dog treats, so if you have any animal with any type of sickness or disease or pain, check that out. They make CBD products for animals now. So Regenify has some dog treats. Then they have 100 milligram bath bombs. So be sure to check those out. You basically run a warm bath. You drop a balm in there about that small, and it has 100 milligrams of the CBD. It'll absorb into your skin probably in the same kind of way that this balm will. So Regenify, a huge thank you for sending me these awesome products. It's always an experience whenever I do one of these videos and try something new for a week. I really loved the Healing Balm the best because it helped my son. And then the CBD gummies were amazing because they tasted like my favorite childhood candy. So it was wonderful. Again, guys, their info is in the description. And in the first pinned comment, use the promo code TREY19. Make sure you do that. Save you some money. Talk to you guys later. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you get updates when I put these videos out. All my tips for anxiety are down below. And there's also a lot of other resources down there to check out. My social media is down there as well. Till next time, talk to you later.